Hello and welcome, I'm your host Elizibar. We're going to talk about Killtopia, Volume 1. It came with some cool swag, because you know that's how Kickstarters are supposed to work. You pay for something, you fund it, and then you get all sorts of random weird stuff thrown in. So we got these like little mini prints made to look like mock-ups of video game boxes. It's really cool. They're pretty cool. So Killtopia, in case you can't tell from just looking at the cover here, is post-apocalyptic. We're going to go ahead and get it. We're just going to go ahead and whack the stand holding my camera. I'm sorry about that. We're going to go ahead and get this print out of the way. That's Stiletto. It's Stiletto. You don't know who Stiletto is. You'll see who Stiletto is. Go ahead and get this one out of the way. Alright. That's our protagonist right there. So now you can see a lot about the world from just the cover. It's actually a very good cover from that perspective. It's got some stuff that pulls you in. Got the baseball bat, which has EXE on it. Ooh, cyberpunky, right? Yeah, that's not the cyberpunky. We got this robot over here. Devastated world. Buildings that have tumbled over. And then there's this weird blue plant thing. So what's happened is, you know, kaboom, right? That's how post-apocalyptic scenarios usually start, is with a kaboom. So there was a kaboom. And then Sector K is overrun by robots. And these robots are trying to terraform the planet. And they grow stuff that turns into these blue plants, which they use for fuel. They actually have a mechanized ecosystem or something. It's weird. It's weird. So, like in any typical... Yeah, no, there's not really anything typical about this. We're just opening up to, like, the goriest possible place. And what's getting ready to happen, you have these people that are called wreckers, and they go fight the robots. And every year, they get, like, the best of them together. They put them in Killtopia, and then a winner emerges. Stiletto is the two-time champion, I do believe. See, first we're talking with returning champ Stiletto, who claimed her second Wreckfest title by slaughtering pro wrestler Megaton Mike. It's definitely a universe where life isn't just cheap, it's beyond cheap. People have been literally killing for tickets as the city reaches peak hype. So you can kind of see like the kind of world this is. Like Shadowrun is like a cyberpunk world where evil corporations are using technology and magic because, you know, it's actually a magical world. This is a cyberpunk world where nanotech has gone mad, has gone bad, and is killing people. So there's a disease called the rot. A lot of people are infected by it. And it's from the machines trying to terraform people's guts. This sounds pretty painful to me. I don't know about you. That sounds painful to me. And then at the crux of it, so you got that all going on, and then here's Stiletto in this interview. Talking about her new chain whip thing. And then at the end, she's saying, you know, you can buy a replica of it, and it ain't cheap. Bring money. Then we finally meet our protagonist, who we don't see the name of initially. We don't see his name. So he's a wrecker without a license. We don't know that part either, but he is. And he's out here to hunt. And he's like, yeah, I can get these. They've got hydrogen coming out of some nozzles near their nose. They're flammable. I can probably make them explode. He sets his gun to extra spicy. I like that. And then, nope, here comes a real wrecker. Dr. Scratch, a total rat bastard. And he's chasing this robot down right here, man. He's a 10 times... platinum hip-hop artist turned wrecker and a weapons-grade meathead. The blast from his sonic deck cannon vibrates so fast they can shatter bone on a direct hit. A little like manga anime styling right there. I like it. Anyway, it turns out that this robot he was chasing can talk. It's the only robot that can. And some stuff happens. The robot kills Dr. Scratch. Some drones see the death. They blame him. We actually get his name at this point. Target. Shinji Kamiya lost. No heat signature detected. Transmitting court footage to Central Command. So now Kamiya, his sister, has the plague. He's doing all this stuff, this wrecking stuff, to get money for her. And he's thinking, hey, I bet that talking robot can talk to the nanomachines and cure her. It's kind of a leap. It is totally a leap, but it makes sense, right? And that's what the rest of the story is about. That's what the rest of the book's about. Takes the robot home, kind of disguises him a little bit. Takes him to get repaired. Flashback, bad stuff happens. We meet his sister. She gets an injection. Like that. They share a couple cute moments. It's like some of the only positivity in the entire book. But life is cheap in this world. There's some swearing. There's lots of adult imagery. I don't think there was any actual nudity in the book, but you know, it's definitely not a book for kids. It's not a book for kids or early teenagers, for that matter. One thing I did like was this page where we meet some of the other wreckers. They put a bounty out on Shinji's head because of the robot. So we get to meet Engine Mark 5, Savior of the Ward 5 Slums. Yuri the Ghost, file missing. King Kaiju, corporate mascot for Kaiju Cola. And of course, we get introduced to Stiletto directly. New bounty received. Active in 2 hours. Ujio, huh? Yeah, that's what they're calling the little robot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Ujio? So we get to meet them. So Kaiju Cola. Now you'll notice it's all over the place. It is all over the place. Like any good cyberpunk story, the whole corporate advertising thing, it's everywhere. You can open up to a lot of places in the book and see like Kaiju Cola. Now, one thing I didn't like about the book, I like the way the art looks. It's got this, it's got a style that fits what's going on. It looks kind of slick, but it's grimy and dirty. It's disgusting. But the coloring lets it down. This paper that they printed on doesn't pop the colors. All right? And this is like the best example of it. Look at this. These should be some truly, truly lush colors right here. All right? Look at her especially, okay? Well, look at the sky. Here's this print on glossy paper. Oh man, this print got banged up before it got to me. It's a shame. See the difference? This is what the colors should look like. They should really pop. They should vibrate right off the page into my eye and make me go, holy crap, her hair should probably be like candy pink and like, you know, hurting me. And it's not. And that is a shame. That is a shame. That's the only thing I'm really knocking the book for. I don't remember how much I paid for this on Kickstarter. It was probably more than the $13 because I had to pay shipping. So it's probably like 20 for 80 pages. I think that's all right. Considered international shipping was involved, and international shipping is super expensive. I got signature too. And so what's the final verdict? If you find this in the wild, like you're at a con or something, and you see it there, flip through it, and then buy it. I don't think I can tell you to go out of your way to get it just because of how expensive it's going to be if you have to import it to the U.S. If you're in Britain, hey, there you go. I don't know how big BHP Comics is and what kind of stores sell comics over there, but if it's only £8.99 or $13 US, you know, that doesn't seem too bad to me for 80 pages of a lot of fun. I had to think of how I wanted to phrase that. Sadly, I don't know if I'm gonna. I don't even know if they're making a volume 2. I presume they are because the story ends basically on a cliffhanger, and I want to read the rest of it. But boy, I backed this in February and it got here in October. I knew it was going to be a while, but that just seems like a really long time. You know, that seems like a really, really long time. So I don't know if I would back volume 2. So I guess this one is kind of like I kind of liked it, but I don't know if I'd buy it again recommendation. Does that make sense? Like, knowing what I know, I'm not sure I'd go for it again. Just because the time, the international shipping, and das Bar. I do like the setting. Well, I guess that means I need to go into like the other thing before we wrap up this conversation. This is supposed to take, the way I understood the pitch is it was supposed to take place during Killtopia, during the event where they throw all the records together, and they're right at the start of it. They're not during it. So maybe this is just setting up for the next issue when that's actually happening. But that was missing. I was expecting to jump into like the Running Man, and we would be in the middle of Killtopia by the end of the issue, at least. You know, we'd have wreckers killing wreckers in the devastated stuff, not a bounty put on Shinji's head because he's got the robot. Like, that was totally not what I expected. Oh, hey, you can see those blue plants. They're growing up all over this building back here. I gotta say, the coloring, even though it doesn't pop, I love the diversity of colors. They're all over the place. The colors are like schizophrenic, and I love it. I absolutely love it. The main character, Shinji, his sister, the robot, they all have a distinct voice, but I think all the other characters kind of sounded samey. Maybe Stiletto didn't, but like anybody who wasn't cool, you know? And I reckon that's expected, right? I guess. I'm going to get out of here. You all have a great day. The sun is going down. It's such a shame. Days are so short these days. I don't like it. I don't like it one little bit. But I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.